You wake up, and before you've even fully opened your eyes, you're on your phone. Maybe it's Instagram, maybe it's TikTok. Maybe you tell yourself it's just to check the time, but we both know what's actually happening. You're scrolling, and you haven't even sat up yet. And here's the thing, that's not a discipline problem. That's not a willpower problem. That's your brain. A brain that has been quietly, systematically rewired over months and years of daily social media use, doing exactly what it has been trained to do. Because here's what nobody told you. 30 days of heavy social media use doesn't just change your habits, it changes your brain structure, the way neurons connect, the way you process rewards, the way you feel when you're not looking at a screen. And the scary part, most people have no idea it's happening. Let's start with something you've probably heard, but maybe don't fully understand yet. Dopamine. Everyone talks about it like it's the happy chemical, but that's not quite right. Dopamine isn't about pleasure, it's about anticipation. It's the feeling of wanting, not the feeling of having. And social media has been engineered specifically and deliberately to hijack that system. Every time you post something and you're waiting to see how many likes it gets, that's dopamine. Every time you pull down to refresh your feed, that's dopamine. Every notification sound, every new comment, every time someone responds to your story, each of those is a tiny neurological event. A small hit of anticipation and reward, a slot machine every single time you open the app. In 2019, researchers at Harvard found that self-disclosure on social media activates the same reward circuits as food and money. Let that sit, the same circuits. Your brain does not distinguish at the neurological level between eating a meal and getting 15 likes on a selfie. And what happens to any system that gets flooded with reward signals? It adapts, it recalibrates, it raises the threshold. After 30 days of daily heavy use, your brain has adjusted its baseline dopamine sensitivity, which means the things that used to feel rewarding, a conversation with a friend, finishing a task, reading a chapter of a book, those things produce less of a dopamine response. Not because they've changed, because your brain has recalibrated what counts as a reward. You've made everything else boring, and you didn't even notice it happening. Look, let's talk about something even more concrete, your attention span. Microsoft published research showing that the average human attention span dropped from 12 seconds in 2000 to 8 seconds by 2015. For reference, a goldfish clocks in at 9, and that was before short-form video became the dominant content format on Earth. Here's why this is happening, and it's simpler than you think. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for sustained focus, planning, and impulse control, is a use it or lose it system. When you spend hours every day consuming content that changes every 15 seconds, you are literally training your brain that sustained attention is not required. You are teaching it to seek novelty constantly and abandon depth entirely. After 30 days, the neural pathways associated with deep focus have weakened from disuse. The ones associated with quick scanning and rapid context switching have strengthened. Your brain is not broken, it is optimized and not for exactly the wrong environment. A 2023 study from the University of California found that heavy social media users showed reduced activity in the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, the specific region associated with long-term thinking and resisting impulsive behavior, compared to light users. This wasn't about personality type, it was structural, measurable, actual differences in how the brain was firing. Think about it this way, imagine you have a muscle, and every day for 30 days, instead of using that muscle, you use a machine that does the work for you. At the end of 30 days, the muscle is weaker, not because you're lazy, because that's how muscles work. Your attention is the muscle, social media is the machine. and most of us have been using the machine for years. Now, here's the one that I think hurts the most, and it's the one people talk about the least seriously. Social comparison. Psychologist Leon Festinger first described social comparison theory in 1954. The idea that humans naturally evaluate themselves by comparing to others. It's a normal, ancient feature of human psychology. The problem is, it was designed for a world where you compared yourself to maybe a few dozen people in your immediate community, not 300 million curated highlight reels. A landmark study published in the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology found a direct causal link, not just a correlation, but a causal link between social media use and increased depression and loneliness. Participants who limited use to 30 minutes a day showed significant reductions in depression and loneliness in just 3 weeks. Here's the mechanism. When you scroll through someone's feed, you're not seeing their life. You're seeing the best moments of their life, filtered, edited, and strategically posted for maximum engagement. Your brain knows this on an intellectual level, but your emotional processing system doesn't care. It compares your unfiltered internal experience, your anxiety, your doubt, your Tuesday morning in your pajamas, to their filtered external performance. And it concludes over and over again that you are falling behind. After 30 days of daily use, this comparison response has been rehearsed hundreds of times. It has become, in a very real sense, a default cognitive pattern, a habit of the brain. You start doing it without even being conscious of it. You look at your own life and you feel like the rough draft. Everyone else looks like the final version. Here's the part that connects everything else. Blue light from screens suppresses melatonin production. That much is well known, but the effect on the brain goes deeper than just falling asleep later. Research from the National Sleep Foundation shows that the mental stimulation of social media before bed, the emotional content, the social processing, the microdopamine hits, activates your nervous system in a way that significantly reduces the quality of deep sleep, even when you do fall asleep, which means 30 days of bedtime scrolling doesn't just make you tired, it impairs memory consolidation, emotional regulation, and the brain's natural overnight cleansing process, the glymphatic system, which literally flushes toxins from your neural tissue while you sleep. Less deep sleep means a brain that's less emotionally regulated. A brain that's less emotionally regulated is more reactive to social comparison triggers, more susceptible to dopamine-seeking behavior, and less capable of sustained focus. You see how this loops? The social media affects the sleep. The poor sleep amplifies the effects of the social media. Each one makes the other worse. And after 30 days, you're operating at a neurological disadvantage, and you've normalized it so completely that you just call it being tired or being distracted and move on. Okay, here's the part that surprised even me when I went deep on the research. A study published in PLOS One followed participants through a 1-week social media break. Within 7 days, participants reported significant increases in life satisfaction, significant decreases in anxiety, and here's the key finding: their subjective sense of having free time increased by an average of 9 hours per week. 9 hours. Without changing anything else about their lives. But what's happening in the brain during that break? In the first 2 to 4 days, something that looks a lot like withdrawal, irritability, boredom, the urge to check. This is the dopamine recalibration happening in real time. Your brain is readjusting back toward baseline sensitivity. It's uncomfortable. This is where most people fail and go back. But by day 7 to 10, something shifts. The prefrontal cortex starts re-engaging. Focus improves. The things that used to feel boring, a walk, a book, a real conversation, start producing genuine reward signals again. Not because the world changed, because your brain recalibrated back to its natural sensitivity. By day 30 of a break, or even just 30 days of intentional reduced use, multiple studies show measurable improvements in working memory, sustained attention, emotional regulation, and self-reported well-being. Your brain is not permanently damaged, it is adaptive. The same neuroplasticity that allowed social media to reshape it can reshape it back, but only if you give it the signal to do so. Look, I'm not here to tell you to delete everything and move to a cabin. That's not realistic, and it's not the point. The first thing, set a hard physical boundary between your bed and your phone. Not a willpower boundary, a physical one. Charge it in another room. The morning scroll habit, the one that started this whole video, is the single highest leverage behavior to break because it sets the neurological tone for your entire day. The second thing, replace before you remove. Your brain is going to seek dopamine regardless. That's non-negotiable. The goal is to give it a better source, a short walk, a 5-minute journaling practice, even just making coffee without your phone in your hand. Something that provides mild reward without the comparison trap, the infinite scroll, or the blue light. The third thing, track it honestly. Most people have no idea how much time they're actually spending. Your phone does. Go to your screen time settings right now, after this video, and look at the actual number. Not the estimated one, the real one. For most people, this is the single most uncomfortable moment in their relationship with their phone. And that discomfort is useful. You don't have to go cold turkey. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to introduce enough friction, enough intentionality, enough conscious resistance that you are choosing your relationship with social media instead of being chosen by it. Your brain changed. 30 days of daily use changed it in measurable, documented ways. But here's what that also means. 30 days of intentional use or intentional reduction can change it back. The same brain that got hooked on the scroll is the same brain that can rewire around something better. It has done harder things. You have done harder things. The question isn't whether the science supports making a change. It clearly does. The question is whether you're going to use that information. If you've noticed yourself feeling more anxious than you used to, more distracted than you want to be, less satisfied with the ordinary moments of your life, that's not a personality shift. That's not who you are now. That's a brain that was handed a very effective manipulation machine and used it, like most of us did, without fully understanding what was happening inside. Now you understand it. What you do with that is up to you, but you know what I think you should do. Drop a comment, tell me how much your daily screen time actually is. I promise you won't be the highest number in the comments. And if you want to go deeper on how your brain works and how to work with it instead of against it, there's more where this came from. See you in the next one.